What is up, you beautiful people? It's time for another This Week in Stacks episode. There was a lot this week. A lot of NFT news, but also some stuff around CityCoins. One of the Stacks accelerator companies got some big time funding, and a thread and a super good video on STX Mining. So, yeah, I'm your host, Jake. You see me around as Jake Blockchain. This is the Built on Bitcoin podcast where we showcase all the apps and founders building on the ecosystem we love, Stacks. And let's just get right into it. Let's start with NFTs. There was a ton of launches this week and also some hiccups. There was one called Bitcoin Badgers, which is an art style that I love. If you go to bitcoinbadgers.art, you can check them out, and they got links to their collections on Byzantium. But their mint went well. They sold out within 24 hours, which is super dope. And shortly after that, there was the Explorer Guild, which is Seigel's collection. And they initially put up 10,000 pieces, and minting went live. I think they got around like 1,700 in the first few days, and then it just kind of slowly trickled in. Like we saw last week, there's kind of this bump where there's not enough liquidity and big time wallet holders with the amount of NFTs coming out. So with Megapont going crazy and people holding onto those, there just isn't enough people who are buying 100 stack Explorer Guilds or 98 stack RDs, that kind of thing. So they paused it, and they've set the cap to 2,500, and they're currently reaching out to the community, taking advice, and seeing what's the best next steps for the current collection that was minted and the ones that are kind of like in the vault right now. Not the ideal situation. You know, you want to see these dope companies get the maximum amount of money so they can build out what they're working on. But you got to adapt to market conditions. So it was good to see the Cycle team be transparent and, jump at making the hard decision to pause things. Arties is minting as I'm shooting this video. They had the pre-mint 5 days ago, and the public mint is today. They also had a collection that was pretty high. I think it was 11,111, and they have since brought that down to the same number of 2,500. And I think as of right now, it is 6 o'clock Pacific time, but they're a little less than halfway through minted. So same issues, not quite, crazy liquidity. People aren't going super hard into them. But some of these are going to be blue chip collections in Stacks. Not sure which one, but good to pick up some of those. Other NFT news, Megapont, which has been the collection that's just been going absolutely bonkers lately, released their first newsletter, which gives some of their roadmap. And they're doing a lot behind the scenes to make your ape give you access to certain things. So they're building a interactive marketplace where I'm not entirely sure what this means, but they alluded to if you hold an ape, then you'll get airdropped a mainframe that you can turn into a robot or something. I don't know the specifics, but you'll be able to create another kind of creature because you hold your ape. It expands the Megapont universe. So yeah, super fun. I like what they're doing. Moving on away from NFTs for a second, but still talking about tokens. StackSwap, the accelerator company that is trying to build a DEX on Stacks, got funding in the order of $1.3 million. So they went live this week, I think, as well on mainnet, so you can kind of see what they're working with. But I'm not sure how fully fleshed out it is right now. But with that bag of cash, they'll be able to bring that together way quicker, which will be dope. Two more things. Codex, who you'll see on Twitter as codex.btc, posted a thread about STX Mining, and more specifically how profitable it is, and it prompted a bunch of questions. He had some good questions, but it prompted responses from Munib and Jude. So there's a good back and forth. And after that thread happened that same night, Trevor took a lot of those questions and put together like a 25-minute video where he breaks down a ton of why STX Mining is the way it is. Why is there only 7 miners currently? How profitable is it? With the current numbers, why are they only kind of breaking even some of the time? If we're trying to be decentralized, shouldn't that number be higher? All these kind of things. Super good video. I'll link it in the description below if you want to check it out. And yeah, last but most certainly not least, New York City coin. You know by now is New York City. The mayor of New York that's incoming has been shouting it out. You know, it's one of the warmest welcomes you could get. And the contract was initialized today, so mining starts tomorrow. And yeah, I mean, a week ago, I think we were voting for should we go for New York or Austin coin, and Austin won first, with a close second being New York. And now here we are with like the website launched and the contract initialized, and we're about to go ham in no time. So that's big news, especially because you know, I have this thesis of CityCoins can be a Trojan horse for changing broader policy at the local level first, and then having it kind of be a grassroots effort that works its way across the country. And one of the places where that can have the biggest impact for crypto in the aggregate is New York. Because New York has been some of the strictest laws against crypto because old school finance is so entrenched there. Just like how Miami has become a hotbed for being the capital of capital, New York already kind of is that. And now CityCoins at the local level can showcase that people want this and there's money to be made, and it benefits everybody by partaking in the system. So yeah, I'm amped and I'm winded, and that's the end of the episode. That's all I got. A ton of stuff happened. NFTs are going absolutely crazy. CityCoin is popping off. Companies are getting funded. It's just a great time. And all of this is going on while there's a couple big network upgrades going on. And it's just in the background. They're just doing their thing. And then by the end of November, there's supposed to be a rough timeline that they're just going to drop it on us. The network's going to get upgraded. So yeah, it's a great freaking time to be a stacker. That's it. All right, I'll see y'all next week. Jake out.